Hi, welcome everybody. My name is Laura Chipcast. I am the Independent Living Administrator here at Allegria Village. I hope by now I have got to meet almost all of you. A big community, so I know I'm still meeting new people every day. You can always stop by and see me. I try to be out and about as much as possible. I come to you today with kind of a little blur of a lot of things that are coming to an end or starting with us today. So just a lot of tidbits about what's going on around the village. Cable is finally coming to an end, this process that we have all made it through. We didn't know if we were gonna all make it through, but we made it through. So I believe IT has visited each and every one of you at some point in time, maybe some more often. If you need to see IT still about cable or even getting assistance with anything with the phone line that's happening through AT&T, please feel free to call them. I'm sure the number is going to go up. The phone number to get a hold of IT is 313-846-7038. The last piece that we're coming across right now with the WOW equipment is the equipment does need to be returned. We do have boxes for all of the equipment. We can send it back. If you leave the equipment out, we can come pick it up off the ledge. You can drop it off at the administration desk. You can drop it off at IT if you want to walk downstairs and see them. We're kind of just doing whatever works best for everybody. Some people did get a bill. We're asking people to stop their automatic payment. You will get refunded that money when the equipment gets back. All the equipment is monitored by WOW by serial number. So the WOW guy that we were working with, my memory is not working today. He knows what's happening and he knows bills have gone out. So he's worked with us and told us to just tell people if you're done with it and they sent you a bill, don't worry, don't pay the bill. As soon as the equipment comes back and they scan it in, they're gonna take it away. So if you've gotten a bill, don't worry about it. Don't worry about paying that if it was just pertaining to equipment. Don't mishear me and I said you don't have to pay your bills. So that is all I have. Hopefully, we won't ever have to talk about cable again in my lifetime here. So I know that was horrible, and again, we apologize. We definitely did not want it to go that way. Learning experience that when you mix three different companies together, it doesn't always mix well. So next time, I'm not sure exactly how we'll have to handle things, but I definitely know we'll be a little more vocal about not letting them handle things. So a little bit of holiday fun. We're coming up on trick-or-treating. For some reason, there's a lot of people that think our trick-or-treating event has been canceled. It has not been canceled. I just want you to know trick-or-treating will still occur. And we've actually been talking about making it bigger next year, but this year we're a little late in the game for that. If you want to participate with trick-or-treating, what this is, your grandkids, anybody can come in, employees' kids can come in, they trick-or-treat here. This is on October 28th from 6 p.m. till 7:30 p.m. It starts in assisted living with Connie and her group, and then the kids walk through the hallway, and it ends in Windows Cafe. So we have some people that are bringing candy, some people that donated candy. You can donate candy up at Great Lakes. You just kind of line up in that pathway. I'd like to say I know the hallways by name, but I still don't know all of that. I believe that's through Chapel Court. And you line up and you just pass out the candy. We give it out until the candy runs out. And it does end in the Windows Cafe where we will have some cider and donuts. I'm not sure if there's any little games going on for the kids. I think that was kind of at the beginning. But there is a sign-up room in the craft room. And again, you can drop candy off at Great Lakes to the desk. Do they have a drop-off here at St. Clair too? Yes. I'm being told they have a drop-off at St. Clair. So we'll take your candy basically, and then we'll pass it back out to everybody to pass out. So again, we will not cancel holidays here at the village. That is not going to happen. So we will get more information for you soon on what we're going to do for the next holidays coming up. What else has happened recently? There was ancillary service. Some charges were increased. When we put out on Odyssey the information about the ancillary services, we had a learning lesson that when you pull Odyssey up on your phone, it doesn't look the same as the computer, obviously. So on the phone, it looked like there was an attachment that people couldn't get to, which was the individual charges. If you were on the computer, you can see all of it. But if you need a printout of it, if you utilize the ancillary services or you're concerned about any increases, which I don't think there was a lot of them, you can contact Kim Murphy. She will print it out to you. She will email it to you. She will leave it for you to pick up. She'll leave it at the desk if you want it. The phone number for Kim Murphy is, I know you all have this, but I'm going to give it to you anyways, 313-846-7271. So Kim Murphy is going to be able to get you the ancillary charges paperwork if you're looking for it. Okay, some other things that have happened. Yesterday was October 14th. So Windows changes. Mike talked about this a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, we did have to make some changes at Windows Cafe. If you didn't get to see Mike's episode, one of the things that had happened is somehow we kind of formed a little bubble about Windows here, and nothing increased price-wise. So as the world food increased, especially at these grocery stores, the prices we were charging didn't increase. At least 70% of the menu didn't even reflect the prices we were paying. So you were paying less for an item than we even paid for it. We also did not have labor cost in there or any overhead. So some people feel like the prices went up quite a bit, and they may have, in somebody's pockets, did get affected a little bit by that. We had to increase the prices to pay for the food and the labor that are coming in. In saying that, we also made some decisions to evaluate the meal credits and how they were being used, because there's a lot of different ways that people were using them. And for some reason, sometimes people weren't making the best decision on how to use their meal credits and then getting mad at us for the decision they made. So we had to decide to take away the ability to use the meal credits on everything. So before, if you walked up and said, I want to use the meal credit to get this cup of water or pop, then that was fine. Now, I don't know why you would want to use a meal credit for a pop, but some people did it. So we took away ability to make bad decisions, and we made basically a meal credit menu. So it has the things that you have available on the meal credit menu, and that's where you can use the meal credits. The special dinner at night that Steve's crew made, we did have to take away that special dinner. I know most people really probably don't realize how much that one dinner increased the budget that really was not written in for, but it was not written in for. So we did have to take away that special meal. So it's just going to be the regular menus cafe. The idea and the goal is that dinner really should come from the two dining rooms, not a cafe. So I understand you don't want everything that heavy all the time. That's fine. That's why you still have the ability to go to the cafe. But the full big meal, the heavy meal with all the courses, is only going to be offered at the two dining rooms. In doing that, we affected Steve's budget, and so we also took away the delivery out of there, because most of the delivery at dinner was that meal. So to have somebody stay there to deliver a BLT just kind of didn't seem to make sense. So what we did is we shifted the delivery to just Great Lakes for right now. And Stacy, whom most of you know, is working very hard to make sure that soon we will open delivery from St. Clair as well. So you will have more options. So we are looking to get that done as soon as possible. So please be patient with us on that. What else changed in Windows? Oh, they used to have the grill running till 5:30. Well, unfortunately, what would happen is there would be a line that developed at 5:25, and what happened is that then they weren't done cooking until almost 10 to 6, and they close at 6. So that was only leaving 10 minutes to really get that whole area wrapped up and cleaned up and put away. So what we decided to do is with the no big meal, we decided to close the grill at 5. So you should be in line. Hopefully no crazy line forms at 5 o'clock. And then just the last thing that's really kind of a tidbit. Steve did not just eliminate staff. People did not just lose their jobs. Any staff that were already planning on leaving for whatever reason have left. I think that was one person maybe. The rest of the staff were given an option to move over into what Great Lakes needed or St. Clair needed, if there was even a staffing concern. So I let Steve look at the staff and look at what they were doing. Some of them wanted less hours because they were going to do something else also. So it kind of just worked out at good timing there for the staff. But I know that a lot of people are very concerned. They develop relationships with the staff here that I love. So I know you get concerned that we're just getting rid of staff and they don't have options, but that is not what happened. I want you to understand that that is not what happened. Let's see. I'm very, very sad that I missed the Village Players performance on Sunday. I have heard this was an amazing performance. I'm sorry, I was in my own little world on the weekend and I didn't get to see it, but it is airing this week on Wednesday at 4 p.m. and it's going to air the whole week Wednesday at 4 p.m. at 4 p.m. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 4 p.m. And it's going to air next week. Christian will be announcing the time. He's going to try to do a different time slot because we know that there's some concerns about time slots. So we'll be looking at airing that again. So if you didn't get to make it to the performance, or if you made it and you want to see it again, then you can please watch the CCTV. Speaking of which, I was just having a conversation with Christian about this. You are going to start seeing some questions or some changes about CCTV. So what we're trying to do is really make it something that you want it to be, and something that is beneficial and hear more than just a few people. So we're looking at maybe things need to run more than 1 or 2 times. Maybe they need to run multiple times. If we're running it, and this is Christian's area, so I'm not going to tell you I know what I'm talking about, but if we can put things on and we can loop it, that's fine with me. We can do whatever we need to. We will be asking some people to have a focus group or even sending out some surveys, which I'm going to touch on in a minute, about CCTV. Just about the CCTV that we put on as employees, not about what the residents do. The residents' TV shows, we're not going to look at those. Those are your shows. We love that you do them. We love you have a great time doing them. More than welcome to keep doing them as long as you want to do them. Any of our shows, we're going to look at the validity of our shows and the content of it. So we will be sending out a survey. I'll just use Chipcast, for example. I think I've maybe run into 3 people. I don't know if there's only 3 people watching me right now. Is there a need to change the format? Is there a need to change the time? Is there just not a need for Chipcast? We just want to make sure that we don't put something in place and it stays there and then it wears out its welcome or its usefulness and it's never reevaluated again. So we want to make sure we're constantly reinventing what everybody needs, what works, and then making sure that we evaluate the amount of time we're putting into that it's definitely something that is worth all of the time to put into it for all of you. If we need to just revamp everything, that's what we'll do. And again, please make sure you understand that is only the TV shows that we put on. So I think there was maybe 5 of them. So surveys. there's a lot of talk about the surveys that did or didn't happen here. We did put out, when I very first got here, just before I got here, or just after I got here in April, a general survey about the departments. And do you like the departments? Do you find them useful? There was a lag in between us putting that out and our next survey out, mostly because we were changing different ways to do it and trying to figure out ways to get it done and getting emails. So we've done the surveys through emails. So you should have gotten a survey last week that digs down and asks some more questions about all of the different 3 areas that we felt like maybe we needed a little more answers on. I know dining was one of them. I believe security was one, and building services was one. So we sent that email out, so you should have gotten that. If you didn't get it and you want that, please call Mike Sala, which I did not write down his phone number. But Christian is going to give it to you on the screen because he saves me every time. Or you can call Kim Murphy and she can connect you. So again, Kim is 313-846-7271. If we didn't get your email address or we had your email address wrong, you may not have gotten it. So all the surveys will go through email. The reason they go through email is that there's this lovely little program that we have that when the answers come back, it gives us this great report. So then we get all these little tidbits of information on that. So nobody has to go through and count how many 1s we had, how many 2s we had. We have the program that does it for us. So you have to do it through email. And unfortunately, with all of these programs that we've looked at, I can't just input things because somebody didn't have an email, because once you put it in an email, you only get one chance. I guess they don't want us to taint the process. I could just sit at home all day filling out that I was great and Chipcast is the most informative show you've ever seen in your life, but I won't do that. So you will start to see more surveys. This is just kind of a way for us to be proactive. I want to make sure you understand that when you get the surveys, if we send out a survey and the survey doesn't really tell us anything is good or bad, it's just kind of status quo. That might mean that we're not going to make any changes to that. It's a way for us, mostly myself and Lexi, and then obviously the managers, to really get a grasp on what is happening. All too often, the only thing we hear is through the telephone game. I'm sure we all remember the telephone game. I've yet to find anybody that's great at it, so when somebody says this is what I think or this is what I heard or saw, and they tell the next person and that person tells what they said, it never gets back to us the same way. So instead of utilizing the telephone method, we're going to use the email method, and we're going to do it that way. So you will start to see some more surveys happen. We're not going to survey you constantly because I don't think anybody wants to do that, but we do have a goal to try to send out some more surveys. We usually give about 2 weeks time frame. We announce that these surveys are happening on Odyssey. We post it on Scroll. We put it on the bulletin boards. So if you're ever looking for information and you don't know where to look, you look on Odyssey, you can look on Scroll, you can look on the bulletin boards. You can come to Chipcast, anything that's big, I try to announce, and then that way we can give you a little more details. So that is the majority of what I have for you. I will tell you that I am giving Chipcast next time to Mike because I will be on vacation. So I will not be here with you for the next 3 weeks. I will be out of the country living my best life. So I look forward to sharing some of my adventures with you. Maybe I'll be able to send some pictures to Christian and he can kind of post them. I know there's so many people that love to travel, so I've been talking to them about that. I'll be going to Bali in the Philippines. I think we have 6 or 7 destinations that we're hitting between all of the places. So I'm excited. I will not be here though to see you. I won't be here for Halloween, but I will be back November 10th. And so Mike will be doing a Chipcast for me in my absence, and Lexi will be here. Everything will be good. I look forward to getting away and then coming back to all of the people that I'll miss while I'm gone. And I'll try to bring you back some sunshine, but it's Michigan. So I'm not sure I'll get that back too well. So that is all I have for today. I appreciate your time, and I hope you all have a great time trick-or-treating with the kids that come in, and I look forward to seeing you around the house soon. Talk to you later.